Hello friends, welcome to Chemistry Simplified. In this video, we are going to solve two NMR questions from the previous CSIR NET examination. So let's get started with the first one. Here they have given a set of spectral data and they are asking us to find out which structure aptly matches the spectral data. So let us use the proton NMR values so it will be easy for us to assign the structure better. So there are 4 proton signals. So if you just look into the molecule, all of them are giving us 4 proton signals. So it is good. So the step 2 is you could find there are 2 aromatic signals. Let's see, there are 2 aromatic signals, 6.9 and 7.8, and both of them are doublets. So this is a clear indication that we will try to mark the nature of splitting pattern of all the aromatic protons. In this case, this is going to be a doublet and a doublet. Again, in this case, this proton is going to be a doublet. I hope the remaining protons are equivalent, so I hope it is understood. So again, this proton going to be a doublet and a doublet, whereas this proton going to be a doublet and this proton going to be a triplet. So only this structure is not matching with the structure, so there is this can be ruled out. This structure cannot be the right answer. So we have to go find out the answer for the rest of the 3 of them, but if you remember a little of the IR spectral values, it is easy to solve this one. The value 1690, the IR spectral value 1690 centimeter inverse, corresponds to CO stretching and 1100 centimeter inverse corresponds to COC ethers. So 1690 corresponds to a carbonyl group, and you could see there is all of them contains a carbonyl. This is actually for a ketone or an aldehyde, but it cannot be an aldehyde because we don't see a proton value greater than or close to 10. So the aldehyde can be ruled out, so it should be a ketone. So you could see that the only structure which is a ketone is this. So the given structure, the NMR spectral value matches this corresponding structure. I repeat once again. So what we did, we started with the proton NMR. We just tried to find out based upon the number of signals, but in this case that all of them gives a similar number of signals. Then we went for the splitting pattern, which helped us to eliminate one of the structures, and rest of them giving almost similar kind of value. Then what we try to use is the IR spectroscopy. They have given us 1690, which is of C double bond O stretching for a ketone or an aldehyde. In this case, there is no aldehydic proton signal, so hence it should be a ketone. And you could see that the only structure which has a ketone is this. So let's move on to the next one. So this is the next question. Correct match for the C13 NMR's chemical shift values of pyridine. So if for this question we could always think that the nitrogen is present here, so the corresponding next should be kind of higher value because this is highly electronegative. It will be more de-shielded, followed by and so and so, but in reality it is kind of different. I hope you remember the electrophilic substitution to the on the pyridine ring. So the most favorable position for the electrophile is the third position from which it attacks the electrophile. So what exactly that means is When this one undergoes the resonance structure, it mounts a lot of delta negative over this side. That means this side is kind of more electron dense. When there is too much of electron density, that means it is more shielded. When it is more shielded, obviously position 3 takes up a very lower value when compared to that of 4 and 2. So you look at the options now. Option 1 has C3 having less, likewise option 3. So now we have to check whether 2 or 4 will have a higher value. Now you go to the old principle that number 2, carbon atom number 2 is attached to the electronegative nitrogen, so the electron will be pulled, so the electron density at carbon 2 will be comparatively less than to that of 4. So when it is more deshielded, it takes up at a higher value. So you could see that C2 is taking up at 150 and C4 at 100. So the right option is option C or option 3 in this case, whereas option 1 is wrong. So I repeat once again. So what we have done here is we applied the basic organic concept we already know to the NMR shift values. We know that higher the electron density, more shielded, less chemical shift value. Less electron density, deshielded, high chemical shift value. So we just figured out the electrophilic substitution on the pyridine ring, and we know that it is most favorable at the position 3. That means the electron density on the carbon 3 is kind of increasing, so that it favors at position 3. So it should have a lesser value when compared to that of the rest of the one. In the second comparison, we made that the second carbon atom is attached to the nitrogen. It's highly electronegative, so carbon 2 is more deshielded, hence it will be easy for us. I hope you understood. Thank you for watching the video.